Good evening. What you just witnessed were the measures taken by the Sri Lanka Navy, Air Force and other entities involved in the operation to protect the new diamond oil tanker that caught fire in Sri Lankan waters. We wish to salute the political authorities and the individuals who laid their lives at risk to prevent what would have been a massive catastrophe. Now, the Sri Lanka Navy has said that the oil tanker has been tugged towards deeper seas. The Newsfirst team visited the Navy headquarters to obtain more information regarding the incident.
Captain De Silva, we heard that the ship or the super tanker, when it came in distress or when this issue arose, it was 38 nautical miles off the Sangaman point, and then we found out that it had drifted towards Sri Lanka to approximately 22 nautical miles. What measures have been taken to take back the ship so that the coasts of Sri Lanka is protected?
Yeah, when the ship was caught up with this fire, it was like 38 nautical miles from the closest land. So it was drifting with the current. Current in this area very special in these days, and it goes southwesterly, and that means it's drifting towards the Sri Lankan southeastern coast of Sri Lanka. When it came close to 20 nautical miles barrier, which we had earlier predetermined barrier, and we took action to tow it back to the safe distance from the land. The way it was drifting posed a threat to the Little Basses reef, and which was like 30-40 miles away from the distressed vessel, and now it lies around 40 nautical miles from the closest land, which is Sangaman point.
So, Captain, what about the crew of the ship? We understood that the captain and another crew member of the vessel were with Indian authorities, and several other crew members were admitted to hospital in Sri Lanka. What is the current situation of the crew members of the vessel?
The critically injured person, that was the third engineer of the ship, and he was transferred ashore and is now undergoing treatments at Kalmune Hospital.
A crew member of the new diamond oil tanker who was receiving treatment at the Kalmune base hospital was subjected to a PCR test yesterday. Health authorities confirmed that the crew member had not tested positive for the virus. The crew member, who is currently receiving treatment, has been identified as a Philippine national.
So, Captain, when the vessel was in a powerless state, we know that it drifted towards the coast of Sri Lanka. If you may apprise of how the vessel drifted towards Sri Lanka and how it was tugged back into deeper seas.
This map shows the story, and this is where the incident occurred, and it's like 38 nautical miles from the closest land, that is Sangaman point, and without the power, ship was all drifting till last evening. You see the change of direction maybe in every 12 hours or so.
How often was this updated, Captain?
This was updated. Initially it was 15 minutes. Later on it's like every hour.
How far off is the vessel now?
Now you see the vessel drifted up to this point.
Yes.
That was 20 nautical miles from the close by land. That is Potuville. And this was the path it took. And we used one of the tugs which was capable of pulling this type of
super tanker.
That was tug Wingler. Now the ship lies 40 nautical miles away from the east of Sangaman point.
නාවික හමුදාවෙන් විශේෂ කාර්යභාරයක් සිද්ධ වෙනවා අපි ඔබ දුටුවා. ඒ වගේම තමයි ගුවන් හමුදාවෙන් සිද්ධ වෙන කාර්යභාරයත් මේ වෙලාවේ අපිට අමතක කරන්න බෑ.
ගුවන් හමුදාවට අයත් MI-17
An MY-17 helicopter of the Air Force has been dispatched to assist the procedure of dousing the fire on the oil tanker. A Bambi bucket can carry 2,500 litres of water at a time. Since the fire erupted, the Air Force has poured 340,000 litres of water in its operations to control the fire. The aircraft would reach the land for refueling purposes. That would be the only instance in which it would reach the land during the operations. Once it is dispatched at 5:45 a.m., it stays there throughout the day.
දිගටම මේ ගිනි නිවීමේ රාජකාරිවල නිරත වී සිටිනවා.
හෙට දිනේ මේ සඳහා ඔබතුමාලා තබන අලුත්ම පියවර මොකක්ද?
මේ අවස්ථාව වන විටත්
We have deployed aircrafts to monitor the part of the vessel in which the fire had erupted. As per the advice of the Air Force commander, the Air Force headquarters is taking steps to dispatch an MY-17 aircraft tomorrow morning to assist in the firefighting efforts.
කටයුතු
Meanwhile, the Marine Environment Protection Authority explained the steps that would be taken with regard to the oil tanker that caught fire recently.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ වෙළඳ
The Director General of the Merchant Shipping Secretariat hopes to implement the future course of action together with the owners of the vessel and its insurance agencies. The Marine Environment Protection Authority has remained firm on its stance that this vessel didn't have a need to enter our waters, and that if it was to transfer fuel to another vessel, it should have been done out of our waters. We have conveyed our stance to the relevant entities. In the event of an oil spill, we are acting cautiously to determine the future course of action that needs to be taken in that regard.
බොහොම අවධානයෙන් විමසිලිමත්ව බලාගෙන සිටිනවා.
Meanwhile, the fishermen in the Ampara district claim they have observed a greasy texture in the water in the seas of Pandirippu and Kalmune. During a media briefing today, views were expressed on the environmental impact caused due to the fire on the oil tanker.
We do not believe that a large amount of fuel had spilled into the waters. However, there is a possibility that the chemicals, ashes and burnt oil that were released due to the fire may have entered the water. That is not similar to a large oil spill. However, we assume that there might have been some issue there. An international company has provided insurance to the vessel and the cargo of fuel on it. The cost that we had to incur can be recovered from the insurance company. The Marine Environment Protection Authority and the relevant stakeholders are currently holding discussions on recovering the cost that we had to incur for this operation. Our primary focus was to save the lives of the people and to douse the fire. Secondly, we will be looking into whether this incident has caused any damages. If we receive any information from them, we hope to use that in taking legal action.
Meanwhile, at the intervention of the owner of the ship, 10 British and Netherlands experts, including rescue operations specialists, disaster evaluators and legal consultants, will be arriving at the Matane International Airport tomorrow morning. In a statement, the Sri Lanka Navy said this team of experts is scheduled to be transferred by their fast attack craft from Kalmune to the sea area where the distressed vessel is currently at.